Yes, I am wearing a Coors Light shirt. I was doing a deep dive into beer, and according to Grok, it looks like Budweiser doesn't put any corn sugar or the high florics, whatever the H. Anyways, the bad sugar, which alcohol is bad for your liver, and then corn sugar is bad for your liver. So, but I guess Coors does do it, and so does Michelob. But it sounds like I guess Bud Light doesn't use it. They use like a rice sweetener or filler, which is supposed to be gluten free or some shit. Anyways, I'm just trying to justify my AI keeps trying to say to just drink a Diet Coke and some water. But I like these 9% alcohol craft beers. So cheers to the people drinking beers. I was just listening to Jay Chain's show. He is back from Singapore. He said that the Singapore 2045 coin conference was amazing. It's amazing that these guys all go out there and go out in different time zones and all get together. I've never been to a cryptocurrency concert, or not a concert, but a conference. Yeah, let the Bitcoin hit the floor. Let the Bitcoin hit the floor. Oh, are we going up? Are we going up? Are we moving to the moon? To the moon. Why am I singing about these coins? Anyways, let's talk about um Litecoin, because I've just always thought that they were crazy. Now I can't remember exactly what they were saying, but they kind of got my attention. And I guess they were arguing with some lefties. And I found some of the stuff that Litecoin, which they were blaming on they said they got rid of their intern. They had a crazy intern for a while, and then he got into it with somebody, but I really could not follow what they were talking about. It just, I don't know, it just wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't in my pay grade. It wasn't in my understanding. Um, so we're right now we're talking about Litecoin. Let's make sure that we're looking at the same thing on your screen, because I don't see nothing on your screen. But we're going to cookie.fun to start out. We're going to talk about Litecoin. We're going to dig a little bit deep into, actually, you know what? We'll go to cookie.fun and you can look at it for a second. But before I start, I want to start with this, because like JP Morgan used to say 200 years ago, when there is blood on the street, buy real estate. And I've noticed that, you know, when I've made my most money, I remember buying Exxon during the coronavirus at like $50 a share, and the workers were on strike. The environmentalists were tearing them a new asshole, and everybody's like, "This is the worst company to buy in the entire world," and it was all over the media. So, uh, so what did I do? So I bought 100 shares of Exxon, and then I sold it in after hours with my on my Robinhood account. If you pay an extra like $5 or $6, you can sell things in after hours. So I sold it at 100. I bought 100 shares for $50, and I sold it at $120 in after hours, because sometimes things just, I haven't really seen things just explode in after hours lately. Okay. We're looking at my own video, but I did repost But the okay, so the point is even the founder of Litecoin is talking shit about Litecoin. And they say some the Litecoin just in my opinion, some of the things that Litecoin has said on Twitter is the most bizarre stuff I've heard out of a big company. Um, and they all blame it on an intern. They got a crazy intern. So yeah, that's what the AI does is you hire a crazy intern or an AI bot that's an intern. And they just do all this crazy stuff and then they blame it on the intern, then they fire the intern. Anyways, interest in Litecoin ETF has never been higher. The first filing was back in January. Sentiment around approval has never been higher for LTC. Litecoin approval, it has a 98% chance of being approved. So that's why everybody is talking shit or fudding, FUD, FUD, fear, and whatever. Anyway, so Litecoin is decentralized money for the modern world. LTC is the most useful crypto for payments and fast, confidential, near. About 3 years ago, there was a big rumor that Litecoin was going to be accepted at Walmart. I guess we should be looking at the big old graph when that just pumped, and but then that turned out to be false. Okay, Justin, the creator of Litecoin, Charlie Lee, says that he regrets creating Litecoin. See if we can find some. But like I said, they're just talking shit because they want to lower the price. So I guess what I'm saying is, I'm not a financial advisor. I am a financial entertainer. But the entertainer says to buy Litecoin now while they're fudding, talking shit. It says breaking. Rex Osprey has just filed for 21 altcoin ETFs. There's a bunch of them. So I think that Solana, I think the Dogecoin already came out. So I don't understand why Litecoin hasn't ETF'd yet. It's probably out there. We could look for it. But we can look at the market a little bit. Okay, let's pull up the bubble charts for Litecoin. Right now, it has a 24-hour trading volume of 657 million. It has a $9 billion market cap. It is up to rank. It's moved up in rank to slots. It is number 19. So it is a top 20 cryptocurrency. Now, technically, Dogecoin is a fork of Litecoin. Let me explain. So, actually, Litecoin is a fork of Bitcoin. So, they fork the network and they try to do some improvements. But I do believe that you can mine Bitcoin from a regular, not Bitcoin, but Litecoin from a regular PC, regular computer. It doesn't have to be super fancy. And I will believe that we will just leave it there. That's my little review. Somebody said Borgia Amelia's Armago says, hello, buddy. Now I do want to say that I have been really working on getting people from all around the world to listen to me. I believe that, I mean, some of my English is a little bit basic. I don't really get too into depth. I believe that a lot of people that aren't very good with English can understand me. So I appreciate the shout out from the other side of the world, and it believes that is coming from YouTube. Right now, we are live on YouTube at Chappie Land. We are live on Twitter on Chappie Land, and we're live on Kick with Walk With, and we're just doing a little deep dive into Litecoin. I'm just kind of letting people know. Well, I do think it's a good time to buy Litecoin, especially because the ETFs are coming out. Now, take into consideration that when the Bitcoin ETF and the Ethereum ETF came out, for the first 2 months, they had a little bit of a downtrend. And also, even when the gold ETF came out over 10, maybe 15 years ago, every ETF has a little bit of downtrend. Let's look at the I believe that the Doge ETF is out, so let's look at the Doge price real quick. But I mean, it's doing all right. But all of crypto is up, and I was just saying hi, what's up? So make sure that you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.